Good morning everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Mulix Academy. So today's topic is absorption of carbohydrates. In a previous lecture we have discussed about the digestion of carbohydrates, that how carbohydrates digest in our body. And we have already seen that after digestion the monosaccharides are formed. And now in this lecture we will discuss how these monosaccharides or simpler carbohydrates absorb in our body. So let's start. See, we have already seen that carbohydrate digestion is complete when the food reached to small intestine. Okay, and all complex polysaccharides and disaccharides we take in our diet, polysaccharides form or in disaccharide form or monosaccharide form. There is no need of digestion of polysaccharide, the monosaccharide form. So polysaccharide and disaccharide ultimately converted to simpler monosaccharides. So polysaccharide and disaccharide will be converted to monosaccharide by the digestion, and this monosaccharide, all monosaccharides almost completely absorbed in the small intestine. Okay, monosaccharides are, what are the monosaccharides? We have already seen in the digestion of carbohydrates. You can go and see that lecture also. Monosaccharides are glucose, galactose, fructose, mannose. These are the monosaccharides. Glucose and galactose are absorbed very fast, and इनमें से भी जो गैलेक्टोज होता है वो मोर रैपिडली एब्जॉर्ब्ड होता है देन ग्लूकोज. देन फ्रक्टोज एंड मैनोज intermediate rate. The absorption rate is intermediate rate for fructose and mannose. Now for absorption there are several glucose. Yes, there are two types of glucose transporters. One is sodium dependent transporter and one is sodium independent transporter. Sodium dependent transporter, also called SGLT or sodium dependent glucose transporter. This is co-transport type of transporter. It means ट्रांसपोर्टर पर एक तरफ शुगर बाइंड होगी और ग्लूकोज बाइंड होगा और दूसरी तरफ सोडियम का मॉलिक्यूल बाइंड होगा. Okay, so this transporter are sodium dependent transporters, and second type is sodium independent transporter. कोई dependency नहीं होगी सोडियम पर, also called GLUT or glucose transporter. See, this is the first type, that is sodium dependent glucose transporter. These are two types, SGLT first and SGLT2. SGLT1 is present in small intestine, and these are the co-transport type of transporter. Co-transport means, we will see in detail this type of transporter. Like one is for glucose. In this site glucose will bind, and on this side sodium will bind. So this is called sodium dependent glucose transporter, present in small intestine, co-transport type, and this is responsible for active uptake of glucose against a concentration gradient. What is the mean of active uptake? Active means this process require energy in the form of ATP. Okay, so this process require energy. So this is called active uptake of glucose, and against a concentration gradient means low concentration to high concentration. That is against the concentration gradient, low to high. Okay. Second is sodium dependent glucose transporter 2. It is present in kidney. So these are sodium dependent glucose transporter. Next is glucose transporter. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. GLUT1 or glucose transporter 1 present in RBC, brain, kidney, colon and placenta, responsible for glucose uptake and not dependent on insulin. Only GLUT4 is dependent on insulin. This is insulin mediated glucose uptake. Otherwise, all transporters are independent of insulin. Then GLUT2, glucose transporter 2, present in liver, kidney, small intestine and pancreas. We will see the mechanism small intestine on the small intestine. Function is rapid uptake or release of glucose. Then GLUT3, present in brain, kidney, placenta. Function is same, glucose uptake. GLUT4 is present in skeletal muscle and adipose tissue, and it is insulin mediated glucose uptake. Then GLUT5 present in small intestine and testis. It is for fructose transporter. It is for fructose uptake. Then GLUT7 present in liver and ER. ER is endoplasmic reticulum. And this transport glucose from ER to cytoplasm. From endoplasmic reticulum to cytoplasm में glucose को transport करेगा, this transport system. Now the first, that will be sodium dependent glucose transporter. That transport is called active transport. What is the meaning of active? We have already seen. Active means it requires, this process requires energy in the form of ATP. Okay, this is the transporter. Sodium dependent glucose transporter 1. We have already seen it's a co-transport. Co-transport means sodium and glucose or galactose. Sodium and glucose both will bind. Like this is the transporter. So for one side glucose will bind and for one side, on one side sodium will bind. So this is the co-transport. So glucose and sodium by this transporter, see, this is the intestinal lumen. This is the intestinal lumen. This is the intestinal mucosal cell. And this is the blood stream. Okay. So intestine का वो layer जो कि intestinal lumen की तरफ है, वहाँ sodium dependent glucose transporter 1 present होगा. Sodium, see, this is the ECF or extracellular fluid, and we all know extracellular fluid में sodium की concentration जो है वो ICF से ज़्यादा होती है. तो sodium will move along the concentration gradient, high concentration to low concentration, and it will drag glucose molecule, and glucose are moving from low concentration to high concentration. Okay, so glucose and sodium will move by this transporter. Glucose uptake हो गया intestinal mucosal cell में. Now this sodium will move outside in the blood stream, will go outside in the blood stream, and exchange of potassium ion will happen. 3 sodium ion will go outside and 2 potassium ion will come inside, and this process require ATP. By the ATPase enzyme, ATP will be converted to ADP or energy will consumed. Okay, and by this process glucose is transported against its concentration gradient. So this is the active transport because energy is utilized or energy is consumed. Okay, this is called sodium dependent glucose transporter 1. One transporter is present on kidney, that is called SGLT2. Okay, then we all know that oral rehydration therapy. Oral rehydration therapy is what? We take ORS, oral rehydration solution. It is the most common treatment of diarrhea. Okay, ORS contain glucose and sodium ion, and intestinal absorption of sodium is facilitated by the presence of glucose. Okay, so this mechanism, this sodium dependent glucose transporter 1 is for ORS also. Okay, now the uniport system, another uniport system is like this, GLUT2. This is uniport. Uniport means only one, like this transporter is like this, only glucose will bind. This is unipod. So unipod system is present on the same intestinal epithelial cells on the membrane facing capillaries. This membrane is facing bloodstream. So this is on this membrane GLUT2 is present. Intestinal cells, this glucose and galactose will release into the bloodstream by this glucose transporter GLUT2. GLUT2 is not dependent on sodium. It is unipod and facilitated diffusion. Okay, this is also called ping pong mechanism. Now the another GLUT5, this GLUT5 we have already seen in the list. GLUT5 is responsible for fructose transport. See, this is the sodium dependent glucose transporter. This is the transporter. On this position sodium will bind, and on this position glucose will bind. Okay, then there will be a configuration changes, and this sodium and glucose will come inside. This is the co-transport. Now the next transport is GLUT4. It is the major glucose transporter in skeletal muscle and adipose tissue. This transporter is present in skeletal muscle and adipose tissue, and this transporter is insulin mediated. What happened? We have already seen in detail this in the insulin lecture. Okay, this is the receptor. We have already discussed in that lecture that insulin receptor is alpha 2 beta 2 receptor. Insulin bind to the receptor, then it will then there will be a signal transduction cascade. By this cascade, this vesicles, this is called transport vesicles for GLUT4. Transport vesicles for GLUT4. There will be a exocytosis, and these vesicles will fuse with the membrane, and then glucose will uptake, or glucose enters in the cell. So this enters, or this glucose uptake is insulin mediated, is under the control of insulin. Okay, insulin induces the movement of intracellular GLUT4 molecule to the cell surface and thus increases glucose uptake. In NIDDM or type 2 diabetes mellitus, these GLUT4 is reduced, and it's called insulin resistance. Okay, in diabetes, entry of glucose into muscles is only half of the normal cell. So this is about the glucose transporter, how glucose is absorbed in our body. Glucose and galactose are absorbed by the same transporter, sodium dependent glucose transporter. It is an energy dependent process. It occurs against a concentration gradient. So all absorption is almost complete in the small intestine. But some other monosaccharides are absorbed by the carrier mediated facilitated transporter. So absorption is not complete, and the remaining molecule in the intestine will be fermented by bacteria. So this is about the absorption of carbohydrate. Transporter will help in the absorption of carbohydrate. There are several types of transporter we have already discussed in this lecture. So now in next lecture we will start the metabolism of carbohydrate. Thank you. Thanks for watching.